All right, so are you ready to dive deep?
Let's do it.
Today, we're tackling why not today.
Ah,
It's all
yes.
about ditching procrastination
Yeah,
and taking action.
exactly.
We always get those requests to unpack this idea.
Yeah, it's a popular one for sure.
Yeah, people really want to understand how to stop putting things off.
Of course he doesn't.
So we're really going to break it down.
Sounds good.
And a lot of this wisdom comes from Jim Rohn.
Oh, yeah, he was a master of motivation.
Exactly.
But it's funny though, right? Like w- we humans are amazing.
What do you mean?
We can dream so big, but then we
Yeah.
hesitate. We wait for like the perfect moment.
Oh, I see.
We say things like, "Oh, I'll chase that goal when I have more time or more money or I feel more confident."
Right.
But honestly, that perfect moment, it's a mirage.
It's like it doesn't even exist.
Exactly. It keeps us stuck and playing small, and then we end up with all these might have beens.
Ooh, might have been.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary when you think about it.
It is, it's like we're trading our potential for a life of almosts and what if.
And it feels like we get trapped in this cycle of waiting.
Absolutely. It's a common trap.
So then how do we escape? How do we finally tap into the power of today?
Well, I think it starts with realizing that today isn't just another day.
Yeah.
It's not just a box on the calendar. It's like this treasure chest full of opportunities.
I like that analogy.
Imagine each sunrise is like a fresh canvas, you know? Ready for you to create your masterpiece.
Every day is a chance to start new.
Exactly. Each day is brand new, full of potential, just waiting to be unleashed.
So we're basically given this blank canvas every single morning.
Yeah.
And we get to decide what we paint on it.
You got it.
But sometimes I got to admit, I feel stuck.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like those paints are dried up or something,
Yeah.
Fear sets in and I get too comfortable in my routine.
I hear you.
And those past failures, they start whispering doubts.
Oh, yeah. Those doubts can be loud.
How do we push past those barriers? They feel like brick walls sometimes.
You're right. Those barriers are real. But let's look at them differently.
Right.
Fear, it's totally natural. It's part of being human. But you know what? Courage isn't the absence of fear.
Oh, interesting.
Courage is taking action even though you're scared.
That makes sense.
And then there's your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah, that cozy little bubble.
It might feel safe, but honestly, it's where dreams go to die.
Whoa, okay, that's a powerful image.
Right. You got to step outside of that comfort zone to grow.
So true.
And past failures. Those are tricky.
Yeah, I really struggle with those.
I get it, but they're not the end of the story. They're not full stops. Think of them more like commas,
Okay.
Just pauses that give you valuable lessons.
Okay, so it's not about being afraid to fail. It's about learning from those failures.
You got it.
So instead of letting fear stop us, we can use it to push us forward.
Exactly.
And instead of getting stuck in our routines,
Right.
we can challenge ourselves to go beyond our limits.
Exactly. And when you do that,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised at what you're capable of.
You discover hidden strengths you didn't even know you had.
I love
I
that.
do too.
And when it comes to those past failures,
Yeah.
it's all about learning from them, adapting, and becoming more resilient.
So each setback can actually help us on our path to success.
I believe so.
I like that perspective a lot. So we've identified the barriers, but now what?
What do you mean?
How do we actually take that first step?
That's the million-dollar question.
It can feel so daunting sometimes.
It can, but think about it this way. Even the most incredible journeys, the ones that change the world,
Yeah,
they all start with a single step.
you're right. It's not about some massive, overwhelming action.
Nope.
It's just about that one initial step.
And it can be a small step.
Exactly.
The key is to just start.
And when you take that step, it's like you're making a statement.
Yes.
You're telling the universe, I'm showing up. I'm committed. I'm ready.
You're putting yourself out there.
That commitment is so powerful.
It sets things in motion.
And even a tiny step can create a ripple effect.
Absolutely.
It builds momentum and boosts your confidence.
And before you know it,
You're moving towards your goals.
with a whole new energy.
It's like that snowball rolling down a hill
Yes. It starts small, but it keeps growing and growing.
until it's this unstoppable force.
Oh, I love that.
Me too. So we've talked about taking action, but how does this all connect to building our future?
That's the big picture.
It feels like we're always chasing someday,
Yeah.
but how do we bridge the gap between where we are now and where we want to be?
Well, here's a thought that might change your whole perspective.
Okay, I'm listening.
The future isn't some far-off destination. It's built on what we do today. It's built on the actions we take right now.
So every choice, every action, every moment, is shaping our future.
That's the power we have.
Wow, that's kind of mind-blowing.
It is. And this is where we often get in our own way.
What do you mean?
We tell ourselves, I'll do it tomorrow,
Oh,
or I don't have time today.
I've definitely said those things.
We all have. But the truth is, tomorrow is an illusion. We only have the power of NW.
The present moment is all we have.
Exactly. And, when it comes to time,
Yeah.
it's not about finding more time. It's about making time.
So we have to prioritize what matters most.
You got it. We all have the same 24 hours.
Right.
It's about choosing how we use them.
So those small choices, those everyday actions, they're actually building blocks.
They're shaping the landscape of our lives.
It's not just about filling our days.
Right.
It's about filling them with intention and purpose.
And when we do that, we create a future we're excited about.
So how do we actually do that? How do we fully embrace today and start building that amazing future?
Well, there are a few key ingredients.
I'm ready. Tell me.
It starts with action, of course.
Okay.
But it also involves gratitude and mindfulness.
A trifecta. I love it.
But let's break it down a bit.
Okay, so what does it mean to live with action, gratitude, and mindfulness?
Well, action is all about taking those steps, even when they're small, even when you're a little afraid. It's about moving from the world of dreams into the world of reality, step by step.
Action gets us moving, builds our confidence, keeps us going.
Exactly. And then there's gratitude.
Okay, how does gratitude fit into this?
Gratitude is powerful. It shifts our focus
From what?
from what we lack to what we have.
I see.
And that shift is everything. When we appreciate the good things in our lives,
Yeah.
when we're thankful for this present moment,
It changes how we see things.
it does. It
Yeah.
opens us up to receiving even more good stuff.
So gratitude is about appreciating what we already have.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
about focusing on the positive, even when things are tough.
And what about mindfulness? Where does that come in?
Mindfulness is about being present.
Hmm.
It's about experiencing this moment fully without judgment.
Soaking it all in.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about savoring the simple joys, being aware of our thoughts and feelings, and finding peace in the midst of chaos.
I love that.
Mhm.
It's about embracing today with all its possibilities, challenges, and triumphs.
Yes. It's about showing up fully and making the most of each moment.
This has been an incredible start to our deep dive into Why Not Today. We're exploring how to ditch procrastination, step into our potential, and create a life we truly love.
And we're just getting started. We'll be back soon to uncover even more powerful strategies and insights, so stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
We're back, and we're diving deeper into Why Not Today.
I'm ready for more. We've talked about fear, comfort zones, past failures, and that crucial first step.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
But I have a question. How do we make sure we're not just taking action for the sake of taking action?
That's a great question. It's about remembering each day isn't just a blank page.
It's not just about filling up the hours.
Right. Each day is a one-time offer.
Like a limited edition.
Exactly. And it expires at midnight.
So we really got to make each day count.
We do. The choices we make, the actions we take, they all add up.
They build something bigger.
They do. They create the masterpiece of our lives.
I love that.
Thanks.
But let's be honest, life isn't always a highlight reel.
You're telling me.
There are days that feel kind of boring, or we're just not feeling motivated.
Those days happen.
And then there are the days with unexpected challenges.
Oh, yeah. Those curveballs can be tough.
So how do we handle those less than inspiring moments?
Well, even on those ordinary days, there's still magic to be found.
I like that.
It's like finding those hidden gems in a treasure chest. You might have to dig a little deeper.
Shift your perspective.
Exactly. Be open to seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary.
So finding beauty in the everyday stuff,
And finding joy in the simple things.
and maybe even seeing those challenges as opportunities.
Yes. Challenges can help us learn and grow.
It's all about changing how we think about things.
It is. And don't forget,
What's that?
every challenge we overcome, every obstacle we face, it makes us stronger.
We build resilience.
Exactly. And we gain more wisdom along the way.
Okay, I'm feeling fired up now, but I need some practical advice.
Sure. What do you have in mind?
What are some things we can actually do to make each day amazing?
One of the most powerful things you can do is be intentional with your time.
Time management. Ah, yes, the eternal struggle.
It's so easy to get caught up in the craziness of life.
And then the day's over before you know it.
Exactly. So it's about making conscious choices about how you spend your time.
Easier said than done.
I know, but there are strategies that can help.
Okay, tell me more.
First, figure out your priorities, what really matters to you.
What aligns with my values?
Yes, and your vision for the future. Then you can use tools to help you manage your time effectively.
Like what kind of tools?
Have you heard of time blocking?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure how it works.
It's basically scheduling blocks of time for specific tasks.
Okay.
Or there's the Eisenhower matrix.
What's that?
It helps you prioritize tasks by urgency and importance.
So you focus on the most important things first.
Exactly. It's all about making deliberate choices about how you use your time.
So it's not about finding more time, it's about using the time we have wisely.
You got it.
But what about distractions?
Ugh, those are the worst.
They're everywhere.
It's like trying to focus in a room full of puppies.
So true. How do we stay on track when our brains are being pulled in a million directions?
Well, you gotta set